When products and services are delivered by your suppliers, purchase orders can be received in SpendMap, which will update many areas of the system automatically. Aside from updating the status of the purchase order itself, so you can keep track of which orders have come in and which are still outstanding, the receiving process also feeds information to other modules as well, such as inventory control and accounts payable. So if those departments are also using SpendMap, they can access receipt information online to do their work, so you no longer have to send packing slips around your office or otherwise notify these folks when orders come in. So let's receive an order in SpendMap, and then we'll take a look at some of the areas of the system that get updated. I'll use this PO since it has a few open line items. So there are two ways to receive in SpendMap. If you want to receive the entire quantity, just select one or more line items and click Process to receive them. If you're receiving a very large order, you can use this button to select all items in one shot rather than selecting each item individually. For this first example, I'm going to receive everything except this last item, which I'm going to leave open for my second example. So that's it. Those items have been received and all areas of the system have been updated. So now coming back to the same order, in that first example I received the entire quantity of the first few line items, but this time I want to show you a partial receipt for when you have a back order. So this time I'm going to click to drill into the item details, where I can adjust the quantity and override other fields that default from the original PO. So let's receive, say, half of the original purchase quantity, and I'll leave the other half on back order. If you don't plan to receive the balance, you can select this option to close the PO line and adjust the purchase quantity to the quantity received. I'm going to leave it unchecked to backorder the balance for a future receipt. Okay, so a bunch of things happen when you receive products or services in SpendMap. Many are optional, and some things only happen if you use certain modules, but here's how it works in a nutshell. First, if the receiver isn't the buyer or the person who originally requested the item, SpendMap can optionally send those users an automatic email notification to let them know that their stuff came in. You can enable the email notifications here in the user master file. Receiving will also update the status of the applicable purchase order, so your staff can see the receipt details in PO status and many other screens throughout the system. And since SpendMap now knows which orders have come in and which are still pending, you'll have access to detailed reporting like the receipt history log and the late PO report. Receiving will also feed data to other departments that you might currently be sending hard copy packing slips to today. For example, Receiving will update the accruals in SpendMap's Invoice Approval Module, so buyers or accounts payable staff can perform their three-way match online to approve supplier invoices for payment instead of physically matching invoices to paper packing slips and purchase orders. And if you're using SpendMap's optional inventory control or asset management modules, inventory levels will also be updated automatically when items are received. For details on these modules, check out the online help or the other video tutorials. And finally, if you need to, you can export receipt transactions to other systems using this option.